Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Okay, so yesterday and right before intersession, we talked about how to find slope. You guys have done awesome with it. I've been keeping an eye on the goal formatives and commenting when I can here and there. So today we're going to talk about slope intercept form. This whole entire unit is about all the different forms of linear equations. So as you can see over here, it's all lines. So we're going to start out with the one, maybe you're familiar with it, maybe you're not, but we're going to start out with slope-intercept form. So what slope-intercept form is, or what the form is, it is, I've got my pen today, it is y equals mx plus b. That looks really bad. Equals, there we go. That's the slope-intercept form of an equation. So M stands for the slope, and B stands for the y-intercept. The y-intercept, bear with my handwriting, the y-intercept is where the line is crossing the y-axis. All you're doing today is writing these equations. That's it. And in order to write an equation in slope-intercept form, you need the slope and you need the y-intercept. So we're going to take a look at these. This whole entire thing here, it's in your note packet. I'm sorry, it's in like your whole packet. It's pages 2 and 3. Everything you see here, all of your notes this unit are going to like almost be your assignment as well. So I'm kind of giving you answers right now. So if you turn to page 2, that's where we're starting with. I probably should have led with that, sorry. But all you're doing today is writing the equations in slope-intercept form. So let's change it up here, keep it interesting for you guys. So if we take a look at number 1, so we're going to do together, we'll do number 1, we'll do number 4. I think we're going to do those two together, just these ones. So for number 1, it says that you have a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of -1. And they just want you to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So the slope is 2. So slope-intercept form is y equals, and then it has m. Our m is our slope, which is 2. Then you put the x, and then there's plus, and then the y-intercept is -1. So you can write it like that, or how I'm going to write it and how you're going to see it written. You're not going to see the plus the -1. If you have plus a negative, that's the same thing as subtracting. So you're going to see this written as y equals 2x minus 1. So I'm going to recommend and tell you that's how you need to write it. So if you have a plus and negative, that means just negative. So just FYI, that means that your y-intercept is -1 and your slope is 2, which is 2 over 1. That's all you're doing. So that's what you're going to do for the rest of these. I do want to walk through number 4 with you. You'll see why here in a second. For number 4, we're going to again write the equation in slope-intercept form. The slope is -1, so we have y equals -1x, and then the y-intercept is 7, so plus 7. And we can leave it as plus 7 because it's not a negative. The thing is, what you're going to see this -1x here, they're not ever going to write that -1. It's always assumed that whenever you have a variable, there's a 1 out in front of it. So how you're going to always see it is y equals, instead of the -1, it's going to say -x. They're not even going to write the 1 plus 7. So that's how you're going to see that all the time. So this tells us that we have a y-intercept of 7 and a slope of -1, which if you're graphing, you would go down 1, right 1, which we'll get into graphing on Thursday. So I hope that helps with that little chunk. And then we also are going to walk through, because the rest of the problems that you're going to do, now you're going to have to take a look at a graph. And you're going to take a look at a graph and write the equation from the graph. Same thing though. in order to write an equation from a graph, I'll switch colors again, keep it interesting. In order to write an equation from a graph, you have to know your slope and you have to know your y-intercept. The junky part, they don't give you either. So what I would do if I were you, every single time, even though slope comes first, I would always find my y-intercept first. So for number 7, your y-intercept is this point right there that I just put in red. It's always the point that your graph is crossing through the y-axis. So, and it's just a number. So if you go to 0, 0 and you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, you went down 4, so your y-intercept is -4. That's your y-intercept. Now to find the slope, you need 2 points. So I'm going to use my y-intercept and I'm going to use that other point that they gave me. And you have to count how you get to there. So I'm going to change colors just because it'll make it a little bit easier. So if I need to get from my -4 to this other point, you're going to do rise over run. So I go up 1, 2, 3. So I go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I go over to the right 1. Up 3, right 1, both positive directions. So 3 over 1 reduces to 3. So now I have my slope, now I have my y-intercept. I can write my equation in slope-intercept form. So it's going to be y equals 3x. Cannot write 3's very well with this. And then you would put plus a negative, but don't put plus a negative. It would just be 3x minus 4. And that's it. The hardest part's finding the slope. So take a look at number 8. So again, we are going to find the y-intercept first, which is right there. So from 0, 0, you have to count. You go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you go up 7 and you went up 7, so it's +7. Then you have to find your slope. And again, I would use your y-intercept and then they give you another point. So to go from my y-intercept to that other point, remember you want to go from left to right or from your y-intercept to the other point. And you do rise over run. So I go down, which is negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So -6 over 4, which -6 over 4 reduces to -3 over 2. So you have to make sure you're reducing these as well. No decimals. These are slopes, rises over runs, no decimals. So then once you have your equation, or once you have your slope and your y-intercept, you can write your equation. Y equals -3 over 2x plus 7. There it is for you. So that's what you're going to be doing today. The graphs are definitely a little bit more difficult, but do exactly what we did here with this other chunk over here. These other problems, these are the ones that you're going to have to do. They don't tell you to find your slope or your y-intercept first, but I would highly recommend doing that. They give you this nice spot right here. They give you a spot over here. But your assignment is the rest of pages 2 and 3. Head on over to GoFormative. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you. When you type these in, you do have to be kind of careful. You're going to put y equals, and then you have to probably do a fraction or your slope. And then to get out of there, you have to press to the right out of your fraction, and then an x, and then a minus or plus whatever your y-intercept is. So you have to be very careful when you're typing these in. I'm going to keep an eye on you guys today. And if I start seeing issues with GoFormative, I'm definitely going to pop in. I may even just do a quick little video with the GoFormative to help people out. Especially like maybe number 8. I'll even do number 8 for you guys. I'll show you how to do that in GoFormative. It gives you an idea. So any issues, I will be keeping an eye on you. Head on over there and good luck.